There's a lot of discussion and a lot of policies being tossed around up in DC these days with the new administration. Some of them are good for retirees, some of them not so good. Only time will tell what is going to pass. But we want to ensure that our retirees, the successful families we work with, viewers and listeners just like you, are prepared and understand what could be coming down the pike and how it could affect your retirement planning. Today, I'm going to dive into 3 critical moves that can make a lasting impact. You don't want to miss it. Keep it right here. Hey everybody, Chris Heerlein here, host of Retire Ready TV on KXAN and Wealth Radio on News Radio KLBJ, right here in Austin every Saturday at 1 p.m. Thanks for making this part of your day. If you enjoy our channel here, please hit the subscribe button. Give us a thumbs up down below. All right, so 3 major policy considerations. Let's start with the good stuff. Okay, in the last couple of years, they pushed out the required minimum distribution age. That is the age where the government comes knocking at the door and says, okay, you have money in IRAs and 401ks. Well, you've never paid tax on it. It's time to start pulling money out. It used to be age 70 and a half. Right now, here in 2022, it's age 72. And one of the policies on the table that we hope passes this year is where they would push out the required distribution age to age 75. Why? People are working longer. People are living longer. Okay, why do I get excited about 3 additional years, 72 to 75? Because when we retire families, generally in their 60s, it is time to leverage the power of time. The more time we have to possibly reposition your assets, get money from traditional IRAs, 401ks into Roth IRAs, the more tax control, the least amount of tax you're going to pay in retirement. So we want to leverage the power of time. So right now, if I retire somebody at 62, we have a decade, 62 to 72, to convert dollars to Roth IRAs. But if they end up pushing it out to 75, we're going to have to go in, we'll recalibrate the Roth conversion plan, but it likely is going to mean we don't have to convert as much each year. So we'll do smaller conversions through the years, which generally can mean less taxes. Same net benefit of tax-free growth forever. So that's a good one. 2 others that we want you to be very mindful of. First off, is the backdoor Roth conversion. It's something we've used for years for our higher earners. You know, if you're single, if you're married filing joint, and you're making in the realm of 144,000 single, you know, maybe around 214,000 married, you can't put money directly in a Roth IRA. But that's where in comes the backdoor Roth. The IRS will allow you to put money in a regular IRA and then convert it in the same year. It's literally the same thing. I don't know why they make us jump through hoops, and it's been a phenomenal strategy. That is on the chopping block right now. They're saying that if this policy passes, no longer will higher earners be able to do the backdoor Roth. Okay? Not passed yet, but something that could take one of the powerful planning strategies off the table. But let me even introduce you to the second one, and probably the most critical one. They're considering the elimination of Roth conversion altogether, meaning no more being able to take money on IRAs, 401ks, and moving to Roth. Now, I think, well, let me give you my opinion around here. Okay, when I think about what happens in DC, a lot of times you go, is there any real world experience up there within these policy decisions? Because understand this, when you convert your IRA to Roth, the government gets paid taxes today on whatever amount you want to convert. Think about that. So if you're converting over many years, they're getting their tax revenue now. Now, if they don't convert, right, if a family is not converting, they're just deferring, well, come age 72, that's when you have to start taking required minimum distribution. That's when the government starts getting their tax revenue, and they have to stretch it out over what could be a 25, 30-year retirement. Why in the world would they eliminate Roth IRA when they get paid today? The only logical answer I can think of is that taxes are likely going to be higher in the future. Many of you believe that with me. So right now, one of the golden opportunities is being able to convert to Roth now under historically low tax rates. Now, the second consideration is that if they pass this policy, they say it won't be effective immediately. You'll have 10 years. 10 years. So that means you better get after it. If this policy passes, you've got 10 years to reposition assets to get more control of your tax bracket, more control of your income, and keep more in the bloodline for your heirs if that's a value. Now, one other thing is they are only going to limit this to higher earners, families that make high income. Now, you may think, well, how am I making high income in retirement when I don't have a job? Every dollar you live on out of IRAs, 401ks counts as income. So as your budget goes up every year because of inflation, you're going to be forced to pull more out, which is going to generate more income in most cases. Another thing is when your required minimum distribution hits at 72, oftentimes that's a big chunk of change that has to come out. Could be 40,000, 70,000, the number could be much higher. The point is it's all income. And so you have a nice income year, you sell some stocks, you sell a highly appreciated home, you could put yourself over these limits, and once you're over those limits, based on the policy rules right now as written, you would not be able to convert to Roth in that year, and you'd be subject to the 10 years. So we're gonna keep you guys posted on this, but out of all of the policies that are passing, there are a couple good, there are a couple that could really limit our tax control, and we're gonna keep you posted on that. But if you're interested in learning how to get better control, save in a tax diversified way, email me right now for our brand new report, The 4 Tax Buckets. It's going to show you how to really position yourself to have total control. It's free for all of our viewers here. Email me now. That's retire@reapfinancial.com. My team will have it on its way to your inbox. All the best.